Hey everybody, back again to do a watch review on another one of my tungsten watches out of the collection. This one is made by Swiss Legend. As I'm making this video, this watch is still available to be purchased online. I think the value of it right now is about $400 depending on the color of the face that you get. This one is in black mother of pearl. I don't see that one around too much. I see a lot more of the reds, the tiger eye, I believe, or tiger sandstone is what it's called. And I think I see a lot of the blue ones out there still. But again, they're around the $400 range. As I mentioned, it's all tungsten, which includes the bracelet and the face of the watch, which does make it a pretty heavy watch. So if you're not used to heavy watches, it does take some getting used to. Just some of the details on the specific watch. It is see-through skeleton on the back for an automatic. As you can see, like I mentioned, it is automatic. So it's got that see-through, which is kind of cool. You'll be able to see that movement in there. It is high-grade black mother of pearl face. There is silver tone luminous hands on there, so you're able to see that at night, which is kind of nice. The markers are silver tone Roman numerals. There is a date display at the 3 o'clock position. It does have a winder included, and I'll touch bases on that in a little bit. I wasn't too thrilled with the performance of the winder itself. It is Swiss made. It's an automatic, as I mentioned, 18 jewels. It's the caliber CL888 is the watch movement number, I guess. I don't know if you can do more research on that and get a little bit more in depth as far as what it does. It is water resistant up to 100 meters or 330 feet. And just real quickly, the case measurements are 45 millimeters wide by 15 millimeters thick, and the bracelet measurements 21 millimeters wide and 9.25 inches long. And it is made in Switzerland. Very nice watch. It has a nice clasp on it. Haven't had any issues with the clasp at all. It does keep time very well. If anything, it's maybe a minute fast after a month or so. So the actual time is very accurate. It does have a spinning face bevel. And the crown there has the logo. You do have to unscrew it, and it unlocks and able to pull it out at that point, and then when you're done you push it back in and screw it in there so it's nice and tight. Sure, it has something to do with the water resistance. Because it is tungsten, it shows a little bit more of the fingerprints, but it is a good trade-off not having to worry about scratches with this particular watch. So a good day-to-day wear watch. It did come with a manual, just how to set the time, winding applications, things of that nature. As I mentioned, it did come, instead of with a regular box or case, it came inside this winder. It does operate off batteries as well as a plug-in power. You can adjust if it goes forward or backwards. Of course, it doesn't label that. You have to actually look at the instructions to verify what's forward, what's back, and if your watch goes forward or back. Or it can go, I believe, backward and forward on a setting, and it does it every 2 minutes or something like that. The watch winder worked very well for a while, but the actual weight of the watch, I don't know if you can see it in here, but it started wearing because I had it, just sitting on the counter, and it was actually wearing as it was going into the lower position and shaving off some of the plastic in this actual case. So it was just kind of grinding along every 2 minutes when it was winding itself. That was the only issue I've really had with it. I'm going to get a better winder for it. Like I mentioned, it came with it's the actual box for it, more or less. So it was just a little bit of an extra, if anything. So I'm not really overly disappointed with it. The beauty of the watch and the watch itself is what I'm mainly interested in, and I couldn't ask for anything more with this watch. So, like I mentioned, beautiful watch. If you're interested, go ahead and grab one. It's around $400, which is a steal if you ask me, for the quality of the watch and the materials of the watch. And I tell you what, I get a lot of people asking about the watch. It's a really good head turner. People really like it, and they ask a lot of questions about it. So, hope you enjoyed, and hope this helped. Thanks.